Furthermore, Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun said that in pursuance of the remark of Obaidul Qadir and Nanak that Chhatra League and Yuva League are enough to bring the movement under control. He further said that following such remarks, activists of Chhatra League and Yuva League attacked the students of Dhaka University. He also said that a lot of protesting students and public were killed by using drone, helicopter and lethal weapons throughout the country. Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun further asserted in his testimony that he, along with Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal, Home Secretary and the MP Commissioner, went to Narayanganj on 29/7/24 to observe the situation of the movement, and on the way they stayed for a while in front of Jatrabari police station, and then DC Iqbal of Wari zone showed a video to the Home Minister on his mobile and said, "We shoot one, that one dies, that one gets injured, but the others do not move." Therefore, it is perspicuous from the above that all the three accused led the operations against the protesting students and public jointly as a matter of joint criminal enterprise. As the aftermath of Sheikh Hasina's order, as well as the supervision and guidance of accused Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, the law enforcers and activists of Awami League, Chhatra League and Yuva League invaded the protesting students and public throughout the country by using drone, helicopter and lethal weapons, causing death to about 1,500, inclusive of 6 protesters at Sankarpur of Dhaka, namely Shahryar Khan Anas, Mahdi Hassan Junaid, MD Yaqub, MD Rakib Hawladar, Muhammad Ismamul Haq, Manik Mia alias Shaharik, and another 6 protesters at Ashuria of Sabar, namely Sajjad Hussain Shajol, Ashabur, Tanzil Mahmud Sujoy, Bayezid Bustami, Abul Hussain, and another unidentified protester near Dhaka, and caused grievous injuries to about 25,000 of them. In Ashulia, the aforesaid 5 dead bodies and another body of an unidentified injured protester were burned with petrol by police. The law enforcers and the activists of Awami League and those of its affiliated organizations named Chhatra League and Yuva League killed and injured the protesting students and members of the public with lethal weapons like SMG, LMG, China rifle, shotgun, 9mm pistol, 7.62 pistol, both on the ground as well as from the helicopters from above the ground. The atrocities were committed by incitement, order, abatement, and failure to take preventive and punitive measures of the accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, accused Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal, accused Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, and by the abatement, aid and perpetration of the underlings, that is the subordinates. Some of the injured victims, members of the families of dead and injured protesters, other eyewitnesses from different parts of the country deposed in support of the atrocities of killing and injuring hundreds and thousands of protesters all over the country. Under the foregoing facts and circumstances, it has ostensibly been substantiated that the atrocities of killing and gravely injuring the protesting students and public took place almost all over the country. In view of the testimony of the investigating officer, the atrocities during the movement, July movement 2024, the atrocities occurred in 50 districts and lethal weapons were used in 41 districts of Bangladesh. We also find that victim witnesses from many districts testified in the tribunal stating that killing and injuring the students and common people took place in their respective districts during July movement 2024. Thus, it is clear enough that attack in question was directed against civilian population and it was widespread and systematic. Therefore, in the atrocities of killing and gravely injuring the protesters, as aforesaid, accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina committed crimes against humanity by her incitement, order, and also failure to take preventive and punitive measures under charge 1. Accused Sheikh Hasina committed one count of crimes against humanity by her order to use drones, helicopter and lethal weapons under charge number 2, count 1. Accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina committed crimes against humanity on one count under charge 1. Accused Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and Chaudhuri Abdullah Al Mamun committed crimes against humanity by their abatement in the use of drones, helicopter and lethal weapons under charge number 2, count 2. Accused Asaduzzaman Kamal and Chaudhuri Abdullah Al Mamun committed 2 counts of crime against humanity under the same charge by their abatements and failure to prevent the atrocities at Sankarpur, Dhaka, and also committed crimes against humanity by their abatements and failure to prevent the atrocities in Ashulia, Sabar, Dhaka under the same charge. Accused Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister and as the President of Awami League and the controlling authority of all affiliated organizations, was the superior commander of the said party leaders and activists, as well as the Home Minister and Inspector General of Police, that is accused Sheikh Hasina and 2 other accused were in the superior and subordinate relationship. On the other hand, the Home Minister was the superior of the Inspector General of Police, that is they are in the superior and subordinate relationship. As required to be an element as required by the provisions of Rome Statute. In the like way, all the police officers are subordinate to the Inspector General of Police. They worked under him. Thus, it is apparent that accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina had superior control status over accused Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and accused Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, whereupon it was her responsibility to take measures to prevent the atrocities in question, which continued for about a month. She did not also take any punitive measures against the perpetrators. In the like way, Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal held superior command responsibility over the Inspector General of Police and other successive officers, and as such he had the superior command responsibility to prevent all of them from committing the atrocities and for taking punitive measures against the perpetrators. Thus, both the accused Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, they committed crimes against humanity by their abatement, that is facilitation, and their failure to prevent the atrocities committed by their underlings, and hence they are liable to be punished under section 32A, 32G, 32H, 41B and 43 of the International Crimes Tribunals Act. Accused Sheikh Hasina is liable to be punished under section 32A, 32H, 41B and 43 of the International Crime Tribunals Act 1973. It is obvious from the facts and circumstances delineated herein before that the law enforcers and the activists of ruling party Awami League, as well as its affiliated organizations, targeted the unarmed civilian protesters countrywide and accordingly attacked them. Therefore, in all the above discussed atrocities, the elements constituting crime against humanity have been fulfilled. The victim witnesses, the other witnesses and the investigating officer held the accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, accused Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and accused Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun liable for the atrocities. It may be mentioned here that Mr. Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, Inspector General of Police, has been tendered pardon on his application pursuant to section 15 of the Act with a view to obtaining his evidence. He is supposed to have been directly or indirectly concerned in or privy to any of the crimes specified in section 3 on condition of his making a full and true disclosure of the whole of the circumstances relative to the crime and to every other person concerned, whether as principal or abettor in the commission thereof. According to subsection 2 and 3 of section 15, he has been examined as a witness and detained in custody until today. It appears to the tribunal that he made a full and true disclosure of whole of the circumstances within his knowledge relative to the crime, and to every other person concerned, both as principal and abettor in the commission thereof. He categorically admitted his involvement in the alleged acts and disclosed that a core committee consisting of Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal himself used to hold meeting every day at the residence of accused Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal to take decisions as to the necessary measures to face the movement of the students and to pass the instructions necessary instructions. He said that accused Prime Minister used to pass directions to the core committee in this regard. This accused also said that Sheikh Hasina directed them to use drone to trace the location of the protesters and to use helicopter and lethal weapons to kill the protesters. He mentioned that chain of command in the police service was not maintained. In most of the cases, the highest authority used to communicate or contact the mid-level officers like Additional Commissioner Harun Rashid, Additional Commissioner Monirul Islam. Accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina passed the direction in presence of Additional Deputy Commissioner Praloy Kumar Joardar during a core committee meeting. And as such, Joardar conveyed the direction to all the concerned officers throughout the country. Direction means the direction to use helicopter and lethal weapons as well as drones. Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun also mentioned in his testimony that he had a clean image and track record throughout his service for long 36 years. There had been no allegation against him during his long tenure. He said that he feels remorseful and ashamed on seeing the atrocities in the videos displayed in the courtroom. He sought apology to the tribunal and to the people of the country. Although accused Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun came to